the peer group. We named this book Coconut Ratz and Kung Fu
Mm.
Cowboys. I was taken by how important your group of chums were. We debated whether to use
Yeah,
that word chum. You were definitely raised by adults, but you had powerful relationships with a group of kids. Is that true?
yeah, yeah. And since there aren't that many kids on the island, we all knew each other, and we grew up, all together. And it was important for us to kind of maintain, you know, that sense of brotherhood. Uh, Friends that are not just friends, but really, you know, you know. I think my group of chumps, if we were to call them, was no more than 10, 12, I think. And then it gets either too old and or too young, or just that group, that five, like that 3 or 4 age group, you know.
And many of you have stayed connected through the years.
Oh, we all do. We all do. We know where everybody is. Yeah, yeah.
What tell us a little bit about this imagination and fantasy play you guys did on the Sundays.
Yeah,
What was that all about?
yeah. Sunday is basically Sunday. I mean, on the island, everything stops on Sunday. When we were growing up, so Saturday was important to prepare for Sunday. So you do all of your food gathering and preparation so that you don't have to cook on Sunday. So on Sunday, two major things: morning prayer, morning church services, and evening prayer to close out the day. And in between, everybody's supposed to be resting up as the Lord's day of rest. The kids, they're mean, like, it's time for us to kind of like unleash our own energy, you know, that's been bottled up over the weekend. So we would run to the end of this island, our island, and that place, there's like nobody lives there. It's just all overgrown with wildflower trees and um, sand, and really really nice, windy, and and we would do play all kinds of games on the trees, and the shoreline trees, and on the beach, and we would emulate life, and we would act out our own versions of the movies, and sometimes even church, how we understood it, and many other things. I uh, and that's kind of like where we, it's sort of like the end of the island is it points into the sunset, the beach. It points right into the sunset. So as the sun start going down, it's sort of like marking the end of the day and the end of the week, and we're looking down, sort of kind of like let our imagination go, wild after all the games we play, and we would just kind of sit in the sand under the pandanus tree, or other trees, and just kind of look out there, just like vast open ocean into the horizon, where the sun's coming down to meet with the end of the earth, and that sense of like uh, wonderment, like wondering what's going on out there. I wonder what the Americans are doing. I wonder what the Russians are doing. Oh, and you just kind of like you just mix it up as you, and free will, as we call it, free will kind of thinking, like wonderment, like I wonder where Bruce Lee is now today, or that kind of stuff. Or I wonder what the astronauts are doing. I wonder if they're flying around over us and we just don't know it, or that kind of thing. Like how many ships are out there, and or that sense of like trying to see into a different world. And we were kind of like maybe years from now, we would never be back here. But that kind of like just, and then next Sunday comes and we're like, oh yeah, we're back here again, and and then as you grew up and we grew up, then that kind of thing just kind of like you know went away.